Today I'm going to complete my transition into the Google Pixel family by setting up the Google Pixel Watch. Now, just so you know, next week the Google Pixel Watch 2 is most likely to be released, so stay tuned for that, but let's see how this holds up after a year. Let's get started. So here we have a few different versions of the Google Pixel Watch. You have the polished silver, here you have the matte black, and the one I don't have is the champagne gold. Now, each of these different colors comes with a variety of different bands, and then there are two different watch options. Now, here we have the LTE versions, and then here we have the Bluetooth Wi-Fi version. So if you buy the Bluetooth Wi-Fi version, the watch will continue to give you notifications and everything when you're connected to Bluetooth. Or let's say you leave your phone at home and you connect to somebody's Wi-Fi, you'll be able to still get those notifications. Now the LTE versions have all of those same abilities, but it has the option to connect via a plan to your cellular network. And if you leave your phone at home, you will still get those notifications if you're out and about wherever you have signal. So those are the main difference. Now a huge thank you to Google for providing the LTE version. That's the one I'm going to be using today. That is from Team Pixel. So we'll start by unboxing the Pixel Watch Bluetooth version. Now this is the matte black stainless steel with the Obsidian active band. Okay, so right there you have the Pixel Watch, and just so you know, I'm wearing the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, so you can have a comparison. Now this has a 41 millimeter screen, where I think this is 45 millimeters. So in here we have some instructions and how to get this set up. Unlock your phone and turn on Bluetooth. Press and hold the crown on your watch for 3 seconds. Follow the steps on your phone to get set up. And here I'll show you how to get the watch band set up. Now over here we have the watch. Kind of fun unboxing there. And then inside here we do have a smaller band, so it comes with a large band, and then you have the small band you can use. And here we have the wireless charger here that will work with the Google Pixel Watch. Now you do need to provide your own power brick for that. Now from looking at these, I cannot tell a difference between which one is LTE and Bluetooth. I think I may have even mixed them up, but they are pretty much identical. I know Samsung, sometimes the LTE is like a millimeter thicker, but these are pretty much identical in size. And then you can see on the inside here, it says Google. We have stainless steel case, Gorilla Glass, GPS, heart rate sensor, and water resistant up to 50 meters. Now I think the biggest difference you're gonna see on the Pixel Watch 2 is some added sensors. So we'll see what that's going to be like next week. All right, let's go ahead and open our phone and get this set up. So on our phone, we just need to make sure that Bluetooth is on, and then hold down on the crown for 3 seconds to turn on the Pixel Watch. All right, we just heard a chime, and here on my phone, it popped up a notification that a device needs to be set up. So we're gonna go to the Google Play Store, and we're going to install the Google Pixel Watch app. It is now connecting to the Pixel Watch, giving us a code to verify that this is the correct watch. And here we have the terms of service. If you don't want to send any diagnostic information, you can turn that off. And if you don't want to send location, you can turn that off. But location is kind of a nice feature to have on this. So I'm gonna keep those on, and we're going to agree. Now next, we're going to sign into our Google account on the watch, because the watch does run a version of Android, so it is able to do that. Now it's asking if we want to copy the Google account to the watch. Yes, we want to copy, and we're going to verify with our fingerprint. Now I'm using the Pixel Fold today, but you could be using another Android device as well, as long as it has Android 8.0 and above. And now welcome to the new Pixel Watch. Stay connected to your body and your world. All right, now we are going to put the watch on. Now this is already set up currently how I want to have my watch. So it's just gonna go on like that. Now, if you want your watch on your right hand in this orientation with the crown on this side, you can. If you want to flip it around, you can easily change the band. So on the band, I can swap these. So if I push on that part of the band, I can then slide it over that way with a little force, then it can pop off, and I can do the same here. So you push in and you slide towards the way that you push in. So if it doesn't work, you just gotta push it in a little more, and there you go. So now I have this where I can then orient it this way and put the band on where that goes on the top or whatever, but we're just going to keep it how it was. And if you want to change to the smaller size of band, you can do that as well. So here we're going to start on the right, push it down to the left, and then it locks into place. Again, push it down from that way to that way. Okay, so now to fit it on, we're going to go through the bottom loop, lock it on, and then put that through. Pretty cool. And now it's asking which wrists do we want this on. So if we move it to the right, that would adjust some things, move it to the left, and then we could adjust which way we want the crown. So when we do that, you can see it flips the watch upside down so that it would orient properly on the other wrist or however you like this oriented. So it's great you have all those options. Next, we're going to learn how to switch bands. I've already shown you how to do that. Now, one of the cool things about the Google Pixel Watch is it has integrated Fitbit into it. Google purchased Fitbit, and so now they are adding all of these integrations. So it's great that I have all of the WearOS features, having Android and all those apps, but I can also use Fitbit. So now we are going to go ahead and connect that. And because it has WearOS, it has Google Assistant, so we can raise our wrist and talk to it. So let's go ahead and set that up as well. All right, talk to your watch. Set up Google Assistant and use your voice to send text, manage your day, and get quick answers. Next, we're going to set up the lock on our watch. This is important if you want to use Google Wallet to pay with your watch. You will need that, or just to lock different messages and everything, you can lock it under that. So when you take off the watch, it then relocks it, put it on, you unlock it, and it stays unlocked to remove the watch. So we're going to go ahead and set up a PIN code, and then you would come over here on the watch and type in that PIN code. And you type it in 2 times to confirm the PIN code. Next, we're going to set up Google Wallet on the watch. This is great because I can instantly pay with my watch without having to pull out my phone or anything, and this will work at all PayPass or NFC terminals. And then it's going to look in my Google Wallet that I've already set up and choose the cards that I have. Here I'm going to choose this card, and then I'll just need to type in the CVC to activate that card. And that failed. I will have to try that again later. Next, it's asking which apps I want installed on my Pixel Watch. It's looking through ones that I've already installed and other recommended from the Play Store. So here, these are apps that I already have installed on my phone, so then it can install them over here on the watch. We're going to just keep those. And then here, there are some recommended ones for the watch. So there are certain apps like Spotify, Strava, Todoist, Easy Voice Recorder, Nike Run Club. I don't use any of those, but those are all options you can do. So we're going to tap continue, and now it's asking if we want to connect this to LTE to stay connected on the go. And that's showing up because I do have the LTE version here, and I'm going to set that up later. We're not going to set that up now. And now it's going to go through the process to update the watch to make sure it's on the latest software update. All right, our setup is complete. Your watch may need to restart. While you wait, take a tour of top features to get the most out of your watch. Oh, cool, look at that. That's pretty fun. So here I can tap to stay up to date, so it sends me new emails about different features, or we can just tap done. Next, we want to allow notifications from the Google Pixel Watch over here. And right here at the top, it's showing us what the watch face currently is set. Here it's showing that we're connected over Bluetooth. It's showing us the battery life and different notifications. So over here on the watch, we're getting a notification to learn how to use the watch. So let's tap the check mark. Let's start with the swipes. Okay, so to swipe up is notifications. So you swipe up, then it's going to show you different notifications. Access notifications from the watch face. You can swipe down for your quick settings. So this is how you can adjust sounds and settings and other things like that. And then we have swipe from the left, and that will go back. And then if we swipe the other way, it's going to take us to the tiles. So tiles are accessed from the watch face and show helpful info from apps. So we're going to swipe left or right through the tiles. So if I swipe over one, it's currently showing my Fitbit steps. Keep swiping for more tiles. Okay, so now it's telling us about the 2 buttons. So here we have the crown. So press the crown to go back to the watch face. You can return to the watch face at any time. Okay? And then from the watch face, press the crown for apps. So if we're at the watch face, press the crown, it's going to go to the apps, and you can use the crown to scroll through those. You can get to all of your apps from there. And then we're going to press the side button to go to recently used apps. So right there, there's recently used apps. And here it's asking if we want to learn a few more tips. So here, if we double press the side button, that's going to switch to the last used app. Here, if you press and hold, that's going to talk to your assistant. To access Google Wallet, double press the crown. To restart, turn off, and send SOS, press the crown for 3 seconds. Touch and hold the watch face to customize. And we are now a pro. Time to use your new watch. All right, let's review that one more time. So right here on the home screen, if I want to see notifications, so if somebody texts, I want to see that, I can swipe up, and here I have different notifications. You can see already messages and notifications from different apps I have installed on my phone are already showing up over here, and you can customize exactly what apps show notifications. Next, if we swipe down, we have our quick settings. So here you can see there's a lot of quick settings. Here's one where it's like a flashlight where it just makes a bright screen. Then if we want to go back, we can swipe from the left, or we can push the crown. Again, quick settings, and there you can see it's currently showing I'm connected to my phone and battery life and so on. So then if we're in an app and we tap on a notification, we can go back by swiping from the left, and that will also clear different notifications that you have. We can push the crown to go back to the home page, and then if we swipe to the right, here are different tiles. Now we can adjust the tiles by holding down, and you can then add different tiles. If we swipe up, that will also delete the tile. So if there are too many tiles here you don't want, you can do that, or we can push the plus to add tiles. And we have all kinds of different tiles here. You can do timers, last activity, UV index, hand washing, next alarm, and so on. It looks like they already have quite a few tiles out by default. Then if we want to customize our watch face, we're just going to hold down on the home page, and we can swipe over to different watch faces. So if you find a watch face you like, you want to customize, you're going to tap the pencil icon here. It's then going to load up, and right here it's showing us that we can adjust the color. So I can then scroll through and find a color that I might want to use. That one looks pretty good. And then if we swipe over, we have the option to change different modules. So here there are a few different ways in which you can customize this watch face. You can see how it adjusts those. Swipe over again. Then here we have these different widgets that we could change. So up here at the top, it's currently set to date. You could choose it to date and time, a countdown, a currently calories, all kinds of different things. Heart wash, moon phase, next event, many different things. Let's go ahead and choose next event right there. So it's saying my next event isn't till 11 a.m. tomorrow. Here we have step count. I could change that. Here it's showing Fitbit, so quick access to Fitbit. Let's go ahead and choose the date for this one. So now it's showing February 16th. And then here I have heart rate. I could change it to media controls and so on. So really exactly what you want, you can customize those. And then we have one more option we can customize, which is bold time. So that just makes the time a little bit more thick. And then when we're done customizing it, all we need to do is press the crown. And now our watch face has been customized. There you can see it refreshed everything. Then if we press this button up here, so our side button, so if you click that, that's going to go to your apps. If we double click, it's going to go to the recent apps. So there it went to the flashlight. That button is a little harder to press than I'm used to on some of the other watches, and it's not sticking out very far like the Samsung watches. If we hold down, that's then going to open Google Assistant. So you can ask it all kinds of different questions right there. And then if we hold down on the crown, that's going to take us to the power off menu. And then if we double press the crown, that will take us to Google Wallet. Let's take one more look at some of the watch faces that are available. Classic, everyday, concentric, radial, tracking, pilot bold, big time, add new. And then there's actually apps that you can go in and download more watch faces in the Google Play Store. Now, one of the options for wallpapers is photos. So you can actually customize this with your own photos. You just need to tap edit, tap Google Photos. It will then open the Google Photos app on your phone. You can then add photos. It will then sync it to your phone. And then here you can tap and it will rotate through those different photos. Pretty cool. Okay, for the charger, you just simply set it on just like that, and it wirelessly charges, and it magnetizes to it, so it stays on there pretty well. Now let's see if it works on a Samsung watch charger. Wait. All right, so if you have the right band, it might be able to charge on a Samsung watch charger, but on its own, it kind of picks up off the charger. Let's go ahead and do the software update from the phone. So here in the watch app, it's saying download and install now. Now here it's showing that there is a watch update that we need to install. So we're going to go ahead and tap and install that. And now it's saying that we have a system update available. And to do that on the watch, all you need to do is swipe down, tap on the settings. We're going to go to System, System Updates, and Update is available. And it looks like you might need to have it charged to be able to do this. So now while it's charging, we're going to go to System, System Updates, and now it is downloading the update. The update is now ready to install, so let's go ahead and do that. Android updates do take some time, so let's see how long this takes. It's 3:25 right now. All right, that only took about 5 minutes or so not bad. The watch is a bit warm after charging. Here, let's let it start back up. All right, it started back up. If you swipe up, you will see that it's still finishing the update. It's doing some final things in the background. And then over here on the phone, it's talking about connecting our Fitbit account. So I'm going to go ahead and open the Fitbit app. And here you now have an option to sign in with Google. I could also sign in with Fitbit because I already have my Fitbit account there, but I'm going to go ahead and sign in with Google. All right, it's saying that you haven't moved your Fitbit account to your Google account, so I do have to sign in with Fitbit account. Okay, I have now signed in. Next, Google Pixel Watch, set up personal health and fitness goals and get insights from Fitbit. So we're going to set that up. Here we have some terms that we could agree to. I'm going to agree to those. And here it's showing different health insights that we have access to. And so we're going to go ahead and say next. Now there is Fitbit Premium. With Google Pixel Watch, you get 6 months of Fitbit Premium membership, which is pretty cool. So once that is over, then it would charge you, you have per year or per month. And I've never tried it out. Let's go ahead and start the membership. Fitbit's ready for your Google Pixel Watch. Use the Fitbit app to view exercise, heart rate, sleep, and other activity stats you track on your watch. Use the Google Pixel Watch app to manage your watch, change watch faces, and update preferences. So you will use the Fitbit app like you're used to if you had a Fitbit before. And then here we can allow for different Fitbit notifications. And so here on the watch, you also have the tile here that's showing my current Fitbit steps. There it's 8,681. If I tap on there, it's going to show some things about when I got those steps throughout the day, what my best hour was, average steps, and then here you can see the last couple of days how it is tracking me. So it's great that we have all of those steps. So here in the Fitbit app, it gives me the steps, the amount of floors that I've taken, the total distance I've gone, calories burned, active zone minutes, and the exercise of the last week. So here 2 out of 5 days since I got the watch. 100 steps this hour, 75 heart rate, and all kinds of great info there. Now let's go ahead and check out what the sleep tracking looks like. So here, if I swipe over to the different tiles, there you can see last night I didn't have any sleep, but if I scroll down, then it will show other sleep that I have had throughout the week. So there you can see Tuesday night. Let's see, I can open the Fitbit app to see more details. So here you can see this week, the other night, I had 6 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. I was awake for an hour and 11 minutes, had to get up for the kids a few times. And here it's telling me when I went to sleep, when I woke up, and some more information about my sleep. So here we can look at the deep REM sleep. So there you can see when I was awake, and then when I was in REM, light sleep, and when I was in a deep sleep. So it's really cool. You get all of these details, and this is because I've linked it to the Fitbit app. And here you can see the heart rate while I was sleeping. There, that's when I had to get up during the night. And then you have some other details here with different estimated oxygen variation and some other tips for a restful sleep. And it's giving us another notification about checking your heart with ECG. Go to the Google Play Store on your watch to update the FitBit ECG app. So we're going to go to the Play Store, and then if you actually scroll down to the very bottom, you have Manage Apps, and here are apps and updates that are available. So here under Fitbit, we have the Fitbit ECG app. So we're going to go ahead and update that. The update is finished. Let's go ahead and open the app. And here we're going to open the app on the phone. So here's some information about how this works. Let's get started. Here I'm going to verify my age, allow for data to be used. Here it's telling about different things we might see. All right, we are ready to take the test. So we're going to do this on our left hand, and I'm sitting. And we're going to allow for vital signs. Now we're going to rest the finger lightly on the device and hold still. There it collected some data, so I have a normal sinus rhythm, 68 beats per minute. And here it says my heart rhythm appears normal. This app can't detect heart attack, blood clot, stroke, or other heart conditions. If you think you're having a medical emergency, contact medical personnel. So cool that that is available. Let's go back and go to the top here and let's update all of the different watch apps. Now Fitbit is great, but what if I want to use Google Fit to track my data? So I'm gonna head on to Google Fit on the watch to be able to do that. So we're gonna go to our apps, scroll down to all apps and find Fit. Go to the Play Store and search for Fit. So here we have Google Fit activity tracking. We're gonna download that. Let's open that up. And here we're going to sync it to our account. And here it's telling us about what this is going to connect to. And here it wants access to location. So that's gonna help track workouts and other things. So we're going to allow while using the app. And then do we want it to track physical activity? Automatically calculates and stores fitness metrics. Yes, we want it to do that. Track your heart rate. Yes, I want it to do that. Allow Fit to access sensor data and vital signs. Yes, I want it to do that. Here we can add our height and weight. And here Fit uses heart points. So we're going to learn about those. And here we're going to choose a goal. Let's go ahead and do 10,000 with 40 heart points. And there you go. It is now set up where it's going to start tracking that info. Here we can quickly check our heart rate. Tap measure. It's pretty quick, 76. There you can choose a workout, you can do breathing exercises, and so on. So then under workouts, we can set workout goals. We can swipe across to see more metrics and workouts, swipe to switch metrics. So here we have some popular workouts. Then down here we have other workouts. You can choose workouts that you like to do. Let's go ahead and add biking. And then you can start the workout just by pressing the plus, just like that. So here under settings, we can adjust different activity goals and so on. Now, if we want to go into the Fit app and check our stats there, we can go to Fit Goals. Here you can see we have the 22 heart points, the 8,682 steps, and my steps throughout the last few days. So it's really great on the tracking of things. One thing I really liked about my Galaxy Watch though is if after 10 minutes of walking, it would like start a walking workout, where here I kind of have to force it to do the walking. So here you can see when I did that, it counted the time and then I forgot to turn it off. So with Samsung, it just automatically turns off. So hopefully we see something like that coming where it automatically is able to start and stop the workout, which would be really cool. But it's great. There are lots of different settings there. Let's go ahead and test out a phone call. So here, my watch is currently asleep. And here I'm receiving a phone call. It's currently vibrating on the watch. I can then tap to answer or tap to end the call. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, well, I can hear you now.
What watch?
A new watch.
Really? Can I have it?
No, it's for Dad.
I want to watch that call. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
And then I can end the call right there. I can also mute my microphone during the call. Now, if you get a call and you don't want to answer it and you want to respond with a text, you're able to do that as well. So once we receive that call, you can scroll down here and you can see I have the option to answer call on phone, or I can scroll down and I can send a text message that will send to them. There you go. The call ended and it sent that message on the way. Now, if we want to send a text message to somebody, we have a few options to do that. First, we're going to go into our apps and we're going to go to all apps and go to messages. So here under messages, we have the option to go to a history of people that we have been texting. You can start a new chat, and to do that, it's going to give you a list of contacts. So you can then go through your contacts and choose who you want to text, or you can just choose a previous thread and send the message. So here I have an option to send an emoji. So you have all the emojis there that you can send. Then I have an option to do voice to text. Hey, what time are you going to be home? Question mark. And it's listening to me as I'm talking. I can send that. So here I have the option to pull up a keyboard. And you allow Gboard to access your contacts. So I can type out here. And you also have swipe. And you can change to text and so on. Pretty small screen, but it actually is pretty functional. And I have the voice to text button right there. And I can send that on. And then down here, I have other things I can do where I can call, see people in this conversation, delete conversation, or open on the app. So that's texting. And that notification was a text. So if I look up at my watch, then it's instantly showing that text message on the watch. And then I can quickly respond. Now here I received a notification from my doorbell. If I tap there, it is showing a picture, which is so great. This doesn't work on Samsung watches. So great that we have that. Let's go ahead and see if when somebody rings the doorbell, if I get a notification on here. There, I got a notification. Let's check that. So there, somebody has been seen at the doorbell. Oh, right there, there's a notification that the doorbell was pressed. So I'm not seeing them, but I did get the notification and it does instantly show the picture, which is great. Let's see if I go into the home app. So here in the home app, it does show the front porch, but you currently can't view that on the Pixel Watch. Now, one thing I wonder about smartwatches is if I clear a notification, does that clear that on the phone? So let's try that out. Here I have a notification about someone talking. If I tap on it, it tells me some more information, or I can clear that notification, and there you saw it disappear over on the watch. So I'm not seeing that notification more than twice. Let's test it the other way. Here I have a notification from Google about logging into my Gmail account. So if we swipe away that notification, swipe that one away, there you can see it cleared it over here on the watch. And so again, you swipe it over here, clears it away, makes it so you don't have so many notifications that you need to go through at the end of the day, which is really nice. So over here on the app, you have a few different things you can do. One is you can set the watch face. So instead of doing it on the watch itself, you can come over here and choose from those different watch faces. So here you can edit, and then once you are ready, you can test it out on the watch. You even have the option to add new. So if you want to customize the watch faces, you can do that and have multiple watch faces that are ready to select. You can also go through and manage what order those watch faces show up. So if you like some more than others, or if you just want to remove some, you can do that all right here. Then you also have the option to adjust the tiles. So we can see all the tiles that we have and the order they are. So we have the option to move certain tiles up or down, or delete the tiles altogether so that they aren't showing up. Next, you have notifications. So I talked about how certain apps already were notifying me over here. There are many apps that you might not want to have notify you over on the watch. You maybe only want to have certain apps notify you on the watch so you know it's an important notification, and then just let your phone kind of vibrate and buzz whenever it wants to. But the ones that come to your watch are the most important. So right here, from watch apps, so these are notifications you're going to get from specific watch apps. Then here you have from phone apps. So these are the apps that are currently notifying me on the watch. So I want to have certain ones. I don't think I want any YouTube notifications over there. Google Home, I want notifications from my doorbell and so on. Nest notifications. So I want those. You also have all apps. So here if we go to all apps, every app has notifications currently on. That's a lot of apps. So if you don't want notifications from certain apps showing up on here, you would want to go through this list and uncheck any of those. And then down here, you have the option to mute notifications. So for the phone, mute phone calls. Don't ring or vibrate calls on the phone while wearing the watch. So if you turn that on, This will only ring, not the phone. I like having them both. Next, you can mute notifications. Don't ring or vibrate notifications on your phone while wearing the watch. So right now that I've activated the watch, it's going to send notifications to here versus coming through the phone. Then you have the option on the watch. So you have the option to mute notifications. Don't ring or vibrate notifications on your watch while using the phone. So if I'm just on my phone, it would turn off notifications over here. So if I turn that on, it kind of makes it so you won't get any notifications. So be careful how you have these set. So right now I can use my phone and I'll still get the notifications over here. And then hide silent notifications. You won't see silent notifications on your watch. And that's great because that takes the settings I have for the apps on my phone and applies that to my watch. Then last here we have auto turn on notifications for new apps. So I download a new app, it's automatically going to turn on notifications for that app. Most likely you already have the apps on your phone that you want set, so you could turn that off so new apps aren't bothering you over on the watch. Okay, so those are the notifications. Next we have Google. We have the ability to just Google settings. So Google Wallet didn't work. I'm going to go ahead and try and add this again to the watch. Now my card has been added to the Pixel Watch. Next, under Google Assistant, we have a few settings. So here we can say the wake word, which is typical on other phones. And to set it up, we just need to tap on there. Access Assistant on your watch. If you agree, Google Assistant will stand by and you just say the wake word, and then this will fully wake it up and you can talk to it and tilt it towards your wrist. And now we need to agree to voice match to be able to use Google Assistant. So we can ask it questions about the weather, directions, and getting things done. Okay, now we're going to agree to those voice match settings. I've already trained Google Assistant on my phone, so it's going to sync that over to the watch. So there's the Google Assistant settings. You could turn off personalized results, retrain the voice model, or turn off Google Assistant right there if you want to. And then here we have Google accounts that are currently connected over on the watch. Next we have Fitbit. So we already went through the sync process for that. Here you could unpair it if you don't want to use that account. Here we have the Play Store. So this is going to show what apps are currently available on the watch. So it's great. You can browse through specific apps that work on the watch right here. Watch preferences. So first we have display and gestures. So we can go from 10-second screen timeout, 15-second to 30-second. Then we have the option to have the always on screen. So that's going to reduce your battery life a bit, but it will keep the screen on all the time. So now if the screen is locked, you can see that it dims the screen, but it is always showing that. Then here we have the option to tilt and wake. So if it's asleep, we just tilt the watch face up and it wakes it up. Now it's ready for Google Assistant and other commands. And then we have touch to wake. So that means when it's asleep like this, so you can just tap it once to then wake it up. Next we have safety and emergency. There's an emergency SOS. So if you press the crown 5 times, that's going to start the emergency SOS. So here if you press the crown 5 times, let's try it. That's going to start the emergency SOS. So calling, you can then cancel that. So if you have some toddlers, you may want to disable that, but there you go. That's how you would turn that on and off. So here under watch preferences, safety and emergency, there we go. Fall detection is available. So fall detection, when we turn this on, so when a hard fall is detected, after 30 seconds, your Pixel Watch will vibrate, sound an alarm, and check if you need help. And if we don't respond, it will attempt to contact emergency services. During the emergency call, your Pixel Watch will play an automated message that provides your location and requests help. You can also speak to the emergency operator if you're able to. That's actually something that's very useful. If you need that, you know, if my father or something fell down, couldn't access his phone or something, it's great that that would be available, or even if I fell down. So that is there. I don't know why it wasn't showing up before, but now we have that available. Next you have general, so show unread notification dot. So here I have a dot at the bottom. That means that I currently have a notification if I swipe up. Then here you can auto launch media controls. So if I'm playing music, I want those to automatically show up over here. So let's try that out. So as soon as I push play on the media controls, they're going to show up over here. So with that, I can skip the song. I can also adjust the volume, which is kind of cool. And then I can pause right from there. So that's great that you have the option to do that. Next, we have watch orientation. So if you end up changing how this works, that's where you can find that setting. Next here we have mobile network. So here I can connect it to T-Mobile. And here I have T-Mobile service. So it's actually going to run through the process to add that watch line right here. And here we're going to choose a plan. So typically they're about $10 to $15 a month, and that offers its own phone number, but it's masked through the watch. So here it wants me to select a plan, leave your phone behind, call, text, and access the internet all from your watch. So I have two plan options here. One is $15 a month, which is unlimited data with speeds up to 600 kilobits per second and 15 gigabytes of high data. Or I can do the $10 a month unlimited data with speeds up to 600 kilobits per second. And I don't think I need to have the 15 gigabits of high speed data on the watch, so I'm going to choose the $10 a month plan. Here I need to scroll through and read the service agreement. Then we are going to add the plan to my account. It's now going to download your eSIM information. All right, the setup has now been complete. Your watch is downloading an eSIM. Please do not turn off or reset your watch during this time. You'll receive a notification on your watch when the service is activated. So here I have a notification, your eSIM is activated. Your eSIM is now ready to use. If I leave my phone, it will then continue to send me text messages over on the watch when I'm not connected to my phone over Bluetooth or my home network over Wi-Fi, which is really cool if you want to run out and about without your phone. Maybe you're going on a run and you still want to be able to contact people or receive those text messages. You will be able to do that. Now, if you turn your phone completely off, if you receive a phone call, the cool thing is it will still go to your watch as your main phone number. Now, I don't know if this is just a T-Mobile thing, but I think all the carriers do this now. So somebody calls me, my phone is dead, it will then ring my watch as long as it has a cell signal. And then if I call somebody, it will call out on my cellular number, which is really cool. Now, the one thing that I found is I'm not able to text, but I'm not able to text out or receive text messages. So let's say I leave my phone at home and I'm going out and about with just the watch. Here you can see it is currently connected over LTE and Bluetooth is off on my watch to simulate this. So when a call comes through, it's actually going to ring on both devices at the same time. I can then answer it over here and then they can hear me on the other end and so on. So you receive those calls with the person just knowing your normal number, which is great. Now let's go ahead and call them from the watch. So here I'm going to go into the phone app. I'm going to go to Recents and make a call. Now, same thing, it's just going to use my number. It's going to then send the call, and on the other end, it's going to look like I am calling them. Hey, how are you doing? Now let's go ahead and try testing a text message. Let's see if we can receive a text message. Again, my phone is on at home. I'm out and about with my watch. And here it's telling me that a message is going to be coming soon. Now the text message will come through, then you're able to respond to that text and you can text others in your watch as well, and then it will come through just like a normal text. Now you will run into a problem when your phone is off trying to do this. It will not send text messages, it's only able to do the phone calls. Kind of interesting how that works. Here we have privacy, so we can sync certain settings there. Next we have accessibility. So here we have the option to turn on magnification. So quickly zoom in on the screen to display content more clearly. So you're going to do this by triple tapping the zoom. So 1, 2, 3. That then allows me to zoom in, and I can then use 2 fingers to pinch around. A little hard to do on this circular screen. So let's turn that off. Then you have talkback. So converts text to speech. So here you can swipe right or left to move between items, double tap to activate an item, drag 2 fingers to scroll, triple press the side button to turn talkback on and off. Only available when talkback button shortcut is on. So if you're in need of accessibility settings, that's how you do that, and it's great those are right there. Next we have the system, so you can learn about what version of software you're on. Here you have Find My Device. So what you want to do is you want to connect this right now, making sure it's connecting the watch to your Find My Device account. But this allows you to locate your watch. So if you do have it on LTE and you lost it and there's battery life, you would be able to locate it. All right, so here under Find My Device, there's my different devices I have. Here I have the Pixel Watch, so it's then going to let me know that I'm trying to find it on the watch, and it's going to show a map of my location. I can play a sound. there is the sound. So I can just push a button to stop the sound. Here I can secure the device. So with this though, it's going to lock with your PIN code. It's going to sign out of your Google account, and then you can add some personal information on the screen and a phone number for them to contact you. So I'm not going to test that out, but that's great that you have that option. So if it then connects back to Wi-Fi or something, it would be able to do that. And then you have options to get directions to where that is at. And I can also see details about the watch and change the name there if I want to. So that is Find My Device. Here you have calendar sync, so you can go through and turn on what events you want synced over to the calendar over here, and it's going to choose the different accounts that I have on my phone. And then down here at the bottom, we have the option to reset and unpair our watch. So that would factory reset it so no data is on it, and then you could sell it or trade it in or whatever you're going to do with that. And then here you have some options for tutorials, tips, and other items. So those are all the settings that you have here in the Google Pixel Watch app. And then if you have other watches or you want to connect a new watch, you can tap the little watch icon up here at the top left. And here we can add a new watch right there. So then you would have access to multiple watches and connect to the ones you want. All right, now let's take a final look at the watch here. So we've already shown you all the different ways to navigate around. But the final thing is up here in the quick settings, you have quite a few options. So first, now that I've activated Google Home, it has a quick settings to the Google Home app. So here it's saying that we're under the preview. We get started, and this is going to show our favorite settings that I've added in the Google Home app. So right here, I have a light that's behind me. I just simply tap on it, it turns off that light. I tap it again, it can turn off that light. So it's great that we have quick controls for some of those lights that we want access to. Next, you can go into devices and go see the rest of your home and choose the rooms that you want. Here we have automations. So if I want to start certain automations, I can do that right in here on the watch, which is really great. And then of course you have full access to Google Assistant to be able to do all that. And then here we have a settings where we can go to the accounts. So that's the Google Home up there. Here we have turn on touch lock, turn off touch screen, press and hold the crown for 2 seconds to turn it back on. So this is if you're going to go swimming and you don't want the touch of the water to be able to interact, you would want to do that. Here we have the flashlight. So that's just kind of as full brightness as it can get. So next we have Google Wallet. So tap to pay everywhere you see this symbol, double tap the crown, and then hold the watch near the reader. And when you're done, okay, so double tap the crown. There it shows my watch. I tap against the terminal and it will then pay, and you can swipe down to add a new card as well. Here we have airplane mode. So then it's going to turn off the different sensors on the watch. Next we have Find My Phone. So if I lost my phone, I can simply press this button. It will then ring my phone and I would be able to find it, push the power button, and it will then turn off that sound. Next we have brightness. So if I want to adjust the display brightness, I can do that. It currently is set to adaptive brightness, so it's automatically going to be adjusting to the brightness around me. Here I have bedtime mode. So watch screens, tilt to wake, and touch are turned off. Only calls from starred contacts, repeat callers, and alarms will notify you. So you can turn that on when you're going to sleep, so it can do sleep tracking on this. Next you have do not disturb, so only get notified by important calls and apps. Then here we have movie theater mode, turn off screen and screen wake gestures, silence alerts. So it's great that we have that. Here we have the battery percentage, which is 37%, but if we tap this, we have an option to turn on battery saver mode. So it turns off the always on screen, tilt to wake, and extends the battery life. And then here we have on the right side, we have the notifications here where we can turn on and off the ringer. So right now it is making sound. If we turn that off, now it will just vibrate. If we hold down on there, then it is showing us more sounds. So we can adjust the media volume, call volume, ring volume, alarm volume. And then here we have options to screen unlocking sound, charging sounds, mono audio, and so on. Now let's go ahead and talk about how you can pair your watch directly to your Pixel Buds using Quick Pair. This is great if you're taking your watch out and about and you don't have your phone when you're connected over LTE. You can also download YouTube music playlists right on the watch so you have access to those anytime. So to use Quick Pair, all you need to do is open up your Pixel Buds. Then you're gonna go here into the settings, and we're gonna go to connectivity and Bluetooth. And right here, it's showing different options available. So it knows I've already paired these Pixel Buds to my phone. And so here I can tap on them and then I can instantly connect to them. I think the first time it did need to make sure they stayed in the case. The second time I was able to instantly pair once I put them in my ear, which is really great. So now my buds are connected. If I want to go and play some music, I'm just gonna go down here to YouTube Music. And so here you can see my downloaded playlists and other recommended playlists that I could use. I'm then going to choose a workout super mix here. And there it is playing the music on the earbuds. Now I'm currently connected to my phone, but what happens if I'm totally disconnected from my phone? So I'm gonna turn on airplane mode. So airplane mode is on my phone. I've turned off Bluetooth, turned off the internet there. So here you can see that I'm currently connected over LTE. So it's actually playing the music on LTE, which is really cool. So I can go for a long run, listen to my music, track my workout, all without carrying my phone around. Right here I have the option to play, skip the song, adjust the volume, and like the song as well. And I can go back and choose other tracks. And I really like how the crown allows me to quickly change the volume as I'm going on my run. And that's how you use Quick Pair with the Pixel Watch and the Pixel Buds Pro. And then here we have the settings of the watch. So connectivity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, so it automatically connected to Wi-Fi. It took that information from my phone. You can see mobile, NFC, that's how you do tap and pay, so that's currently on. Airplane mode, here we have display, so we can change watch faces, adjust the brightness. Sunlight boost, so if you're out in the sunlight, it's automatically going to brighten that up. Here we have font size that we can adjust. So there you can see what it's going to look like down here. It's as small as it gets right there. Here we can do screen timeout. So then we have an option to go to watch face. So return to the watch face after inactivity, immediately, after a minute, 2 minutes. So this is nice if sometimes you're looking at something, get distracted, go back, and it's still there a minute later. Then you have the option to turn on always on the screen and wrist orientation. So that's all under display. Next you have the gestures. So you have tilt to wake, touch to wake, rotate the crown to wake. Here you have the option to turn on that touch lock, touch and hold watch face to change. So if you keep doing that accidentally, I know my mom keeps saying, hey, how do I change my watch face? You could actually turn that off so you don't accidentally change your watch face, which is actually really nice. Here you have apps and notifications. So just like we saw over on the phone, you can show all notifications, and then you could go through here and, like, let's say we don't need the contacts app to notify us, we can turn that off. So that's where you're able to do that. It would be nice if I was able to block those right from the notification, but I didn't see an option to do that. Here you can see what has been disabled. So if you want to turn those back on, you are able to do that. And then down here, you have other apps that are installed. Here it's talking about Google, so you can adjust the Google Assistant settings right here and turn it off if you need to. Here we have sound, so that was the same thing we saw, press and hold. Here we have vibrate, so silence watch when not being worn, vibrate in haptics and using crown. Here we have battery life, battery saver, some general. Here we have the option to show unread notifications on the dot, auto launch media controls. Here we have our health profile. Here we have the option to turn on and off location. There we have the safety and emergency settings, the SOS and fall detection. Here we can turn on and off the talkback and magnification. You also have the option to do font size adjustment here, color correction, red, green, blue, yellow, grayscale. Here we have sound, vibration, gestures, real-time text, text-to-speech, push button ends call. So you can push the button to end the call, which is kind of cool. We can adjust the screen lock. So here we have security. Change it from pattern to pin or none. We can lock the screen now. And then we have the system where we can do the system updates, power off, restart, date and time, input methods. Let's go in there. Here you could adjust the keyboard. And I think there is another system update. It's waiting for a charge. One of my other favorite apps to download is Camera. This allows you to remotely control your phone to take pictures. So here we're going to go into the Play Store, search for Camera. Once that's complete, we're going to open Camera. Once you open it over here on the watch, it's then going to open on the phone. And then here we can have a live view of what we were taking a picture of. Pretty quick streaming. Then you can also zoom in if you want to. Oh, 20 times. And we can even do widescreen. Take the photo. There you have a light going on your camera. And it took the photo. Perfect. If you tap the menu up here, you have the option to switch to the front camera. And then you can change the timer from 3 seconds to 10 seconds. Now, if you want to go video, you need to change to video on your phone first. Then you can record a video right from here. And that is how you can use the Google Camera app on your Pixel Watch. And so that is the first generation of the Google Pixel Watch. Pretty solid device. There have been a few hiccups here and there when using it. Let's see what my wife thinks about using it after a few months.
I like the watch. It's very sleek. I like that it's round and not square. I like that it can record my steps, my heart rate. I go to the gym a lot, so I like that. But I also really like that I can switch my songs or like podcasts. I can adjust volume. Just not on the kids, but I can for my phone. Weather, lots of different apps. I can see texts and phone calls.
Is there anything you miss from the Samsung Watch?
No, I don't think I noticed a difference at all. Like it was an easy transition from that to this Google one. But I like it. I get a lot of compliments. People think it's cool that it's round and not square. I like it a lot.
And so there you go. If you have any further questions about this watch, please let me know down in the comments below. I'll also leave a link right below the like button if you want to check it out yourself. I'll also leave a link to the Pixel Watch 2 if you want to see what that's all about once it's available. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.